want some tea. So we're gonna do that math on recording?
No, but that's fine. It's just a warm up. Okay, so yeah, I forgot to record our warm up, but that's okay. We multiply fractions. There's the work. Hopefully you can do that. Let's present my screen. Those of you in class are talking over me way too much, so please stop. Skylar. Okay. So we had an assignment post in Google Classroom. Charlie, stop. You're not even in the right seat. Scoot over one. Thank you. In Google Classroom for math, we had an assignment post called Volume Notes. Now, you guys last year did volume, hopefully. So we're going to go ahead and get that open. We're going to go over the basic parts of volume first, and then tomorrow we're about to go over it. Just get the thing opened up for now, please. Okay. Okay, take a couple minutes, get those notes opened up, please. There are, I'm pretty sure, places where we're going to type into it, so make sure you're following along.
I have no idea what that is.
Hey, okay, so go ahead and get that one opened up, please. Looking good.
Ooh, come on.
All right, it looks like most of you guys are there. So I'm going to present mine because it goes, you can click through it a little bit easier. So we're going to be talking about volume. Volume is the amount of space that an object takes up. So let me grab my Rubik's Cube really quick.
Okay. That's a really special Rubik's Cube. It gets to be in the video.
Like my own phone.
Gold one. It's a gold.
Okay. So, if you're looking at my screen where I am, hopefully you guys can see me as well.
Yeah.
When we have a cube right here, right? A Rubik's Cube is a cube. The volume is the amount of space it takes up. So it's this cube. It takes up an amount of space. So the volume is basically multiplying a lot of different things, and you find the volume. Pretty much everything has volume, but it's not easy to figure out volume unless it's like a cube or a rectangular prism, like so. Circles are just, the formula is a little bit harder. You learn about circles in junior high. A rectangular prism like this box, we can also find the volume of. We are only going to be doing the volume of a rectangular prism, so something that's rectangular like this, has a length, a width, and a height. Whoa. And then we are only going to be finding the area of the volume of cubes as well, because they have a length, a width, and a height. Volume is not area, because area is two-dimensional. Volume is three-dimensional, because this is a three-dimensional shape. A cube is a 3D shape. Three-dimensional, there's three dimensions, length, width, and height. Yeah. So we're going to learn how to find the volume of only square, rectangular prisms and cubes. So I already told you the answer to this, but if we're looking at a cube, what are the three dimensions of a cube? No, the three dimensions.
I would have never known it too.
We have a cube. No. Alex is on our track. What is it? Length? No. No. Okay, so you have a length, a width, and a height on every cube or rectangular prism. It has a length, a width, and a height. So in order to find volume, all you do is multiply the length times the width times the height. That's it. Multiply three numbers together, you found your volume. There's just a lot of multiplying this week. So we're going to do length times width times height over and over and over again. So, yep. So on this one, it asks you, once you identify what the length, the width, and the height of an object is, what did I say we're going to do with that?
Multiply.
Multiply. Lots and lots of multiplying this week. Okay? So, that's what it says. Multiply. So let's work on this problem. Number 1 here says, volume of a rectangular prism that has a length of 4, a width of 1 2/3, and a height of 12. I'm going to draw this behind me and we're going to do it on the board.
4 over 1 would be. I created it. Oh, it's popping out.
Okay, so I'm going to close this. We have a length of 4. What's the width? 1 2/3, and the height is how tall? 12. Okay. So I have all the information. I'm going to go ahead and go back to the meet so that you guys can look at the board behind me. Okay, so you should be able to see this rectangular prism. Can we see it?
Yes.
All good? If you need to pin me to your screen, please do so. So we need to figure out where to put the length, the width, and the height. This is not drawn to scale. Let me make it better, actually. Let me redraw this so it's more to scale.
I wonder why I get inside of the blue. I want to be a
Okay, this is a little bit better. So the length and the width are the bottom parts, right? The length would be something like down here. The length is 4. The width would also be on the bottom. It's 1 2/3. So where does that mean the height would have to be?
Wouldn't it be the side?
It would be the size, how tall your object is. The height equals 12. So we have talked about the volume formula is length times width times height. So we just got to plug these in. The length is 4. What's the width?
The width is 1 2/3.
1 2/3. And what's the height? 12. So we just got to do a lot of multiplying here. Before we deal with the fraction, we can multiply the 4 and the 12 together, right? When we're multiplying, it doesn't matter the order that you put it in. You just need to multiply all 3. So what is 4 times 12? Let's do that first.
24.
4 times 12 is 48. And then we need to multiply that by 1 2/3. Before we can multiply 1 2/3, what do we have to do with it? Multiply and then what? So we need to take our whole number, multiply it by the bottom, and then do what with the 2? Add. So we have 48 that needs to be multiplied by, what's 1 times 3?
3.
Plus 2?
5.
5 over 3. So we have 48 times 5/3. We just need to finish this out. Remember, a whole number can always be put over 1, so you can make it a fraction. So now we need to do 48 times 5 and 1 times 3. I'm going to need you guys to do 48 times 5 for me. 48 times 5 first.
Done. He's done. Can I tell you what? No. He's done. No. I got fingerprints.
Yeah, what's 48 times 5?
240.
Yep. 240 over 3, because 1 times 3 is 3. So now I have this that thing. What do I need to do with it?
Dividend.
Divide. Take the 240 divided by 3. Does 3 go into 2?
3 goes into 2, yes. No.
No.
It goes into 24 8 times.
Yeah, 3 goes into 24 8 times. We subtract and get 0. Are we done?
No.
No, don't forget to drop down your last 0. Does 3 go into 0?
Yes. No.
No. So what do I have to put here?
You have to put a 0.
A 0.
And there's your answer.
Placeholder. So our answer is 80.
It's not it.
So our volume is 80. But we need to talk about the units for this. When we talked about area, we were multiplying 2 numbers together, so it was squared. Now we're multiplying 3 numbers together. So what is the little thing that's going to go up here on my exponent this time, you think? If area was centimeters squared, what would volume be if we're multiplying 3 together?
rectangle square.
Not squared.
Me?
Say, say.
Volume?
Well, yeah, for volume, we're multiplying three numbers. So we put a what here? A 3. It's cubed to the third power.
3 cubes to the 1.
So when you find volume, you're taking the centimeters and it's cubed to the third power instead of to the second power now.
Did you
When did you make the rectangle?
A while ago.
Did you know there's a Rubik's Cube on a cube? Rubik's Cube on, no, the cubes on Rubik's Cube are cubes.
I know, right?
All right. Good. So that's one example. Let's do another one while we're up here. One that doesn't have a fraction in it.
They pretty much all have fractions. Just don't.
I know. We're gonna do a couple without fractions, and then we'll do a quizzes without fractions, and then tomorrow we'll throw more fractions in there.
Okay.
So let's say that this is a cube. This time it's a cube.
One without a fraction.
That's okay.
Wait, can we do that one instead? In the box.
No, that's all right. This one's a box too. All right. So this is a cube. It's not drawn to scale because I can't draw everything exactly perfect. But we're going to say this is a cube. When we're talking about a cube, if I say that one of the side lengths is 5, what does that mean?
That means all the other sides are 5.
Good. If it's a cube, that means all of the side lengths are 5. So this is our height right here, how tall our thing is. Our width or our length is 5 on the bottom, and it will also, that's not what I meant to write.
W equals W.
It will also be 5 on the side. So our length is 5, our width is 5, and our height is 5.
I already know the answer.
Now that I know the length, the width, and the height, what do I do with these? How do I find the volume?
I already know the answer. I didn't have to write it down.
So we know that it's going to be 5 times 5 times 5. I want you guys to take 2 minutes. If you already have your answer, sit tight. Take 2 minutes, find our answer. 5 times 5 times 5 for the volume.
I have no idea. 5 times 5.
Okay, write it down. Start with 5 times 5, and then multiply that number by 5.
Wait a minute.
What?
What's the future girlfriend?
No.
I don't know.
Okay, make sure you are doing this, please.
I already got the answer. Then you don't have the answer. I'll write down
Okay, about 30 more seconds on this one.
Miss, don't look at what's the detective? Why does they take your fingerprints if you actually get that?
Probably, but that's not what you're doing
I
again.
was listening to the radio this morning, and guess what? It was talking about this 6-year-old in Phoenix who drives his dad's car key while the dad is getting dressed. He hopped in a car backed out of the driveway. He ran into the neighbor's block. He ran into their house and like flew over the door, and he also broke the gas.
Well, that's not good.
That's a smart kid.
All right, let's finish this up. So to find the volume here, we need to take our 5 times 5 times 5. So let's start with the first one. What is 5 times 5?
25.
So that's 25. We need to multiply 25 times 5.
125.
Good. 25 times 5 is 125. But I'm not done. I need units on here. Did I give you units?
25 units squared.
Not squared.
3 and 25 units.
Units cubed. When you put a 3, it's cubed. So units cubed.
I got it. Wait, because.
Or to the third power. Because you're multiplying by 3 dimensions. So it makes it cubed. Okay? Let's do one more together. Because really we're just multiplying, right? You guys know how to multiply. So let's do one more. This time it's going to be a rectangular prism, so it's going to be different.
Wait, is it going to be on the side though?
No,
The side one though.
no,
I don't know my chance.
it's okay. So let's do this. rectangular prism.
Would you make it so it pops out at me?
No.
No. No. Oh, pops out.
So, let's say that the height of this is 8. The length is 15. And the width is 5. So,
Wouldn't it be the same on both sides though?
no, because this is how tall it is. This width goes with this one right here on its bottom. Yeah. So when we're doing this length times width times height, we need to plug in some numbers. What's the length of this rectangular prism?
15.
15. Times the width. What's the width? 5. Times the height. What's the height? 8. So I'm going to give you guys 2-3-ish minutes. Find the volume of this. Multiply these numbers together. Keep your answer to yourself for now, please. Multiply these together, though.
Oh no. That's gonna be hard.
Okay, focus. Alex, do your own work and actually try, please. Length times width times height. Okay, while you guys are doing that, I'm just gonna
Can we turn in
the slides. Yeah, we're actually not gonna keep going on the slides, so you can turn them in probably. Yeah. All right. Let's go ahead and go over this one, and then we'll do a quizzes to end the thing. So first, we need to start with 15 times 5. What is 15 times 5?
25.
75. I don't know. I heard a 5 at the end of yours, but I don't know what you said before that. So it is 75. And then we got to take 75 and multiply it by 8. 75 times 8. What did you guys get?
I got 300.
It's more than 300.
600.
I think it's 600. When we multiply it by 8, you get 40, 56, 60. So 600 is our answer here.
How is it 600?
Because 5 times 8 is 40, carry your 4. 8 times 7 is 56, plus 4 is 60.
5 is 15 times 5 times 8.
So 15 times 5 is 75. 75 times 8 is 600. I'm not sure where it went wrong.
So that is 5 times 8 was 20.
5 times 8 is 40. That's why.
Oh.
Yeah. But we're not done right here with our volume. What do I need at the end? Units cubed. Good. To the third power. Units cubed. Good. So basically, I'm gonna leave this up behind me, but volume is length times width times height. You just multiply your 3 numbers together. That's what we are doing this week, all week. Practicing all these multiplying things together. Tomorrow, we're just going to throw in some fractions to make it a little bit more difficult. But I'm going to present my screen, and we're gonna do a quizzes. That's 10 questions.
That's 10.
And we'll see how you guys do. We'll go over a couple if they're really, really bad. And we'll see. The slides we are not really going to finish, so yes, you can get them turned in. If you want to go back and do a couple of practice ones, go for it. That's fine. But here is our game code. Use your first name, please. Maybe a last initial too, but make sure you just use your name, please, for today. Tyler, that's not your name.
Ken.
How do you say? I don't understand.
Ken.
I would prefer your name, but next time use your name.
You can just take me out. I'll do it.
Okay, we'll do about 2 more minutes to get logged in, and then we will play this quizzes to finish out class. We'll probably go over a couple of these, so don't leave the quizzes or the Google Meet. Probably not, no.
Hey, John, did you ever record the meet?
Oh, she's recording it right now.
Well, sorry, I'm blind. I mean, she said to use that first and last name. Just use the first name.
Okay.
Yeah. Not what I was asking.
So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There should be 13 of you guys in the thing. So we'll give you 2 more. We need 2 more people, basically.
Yeah, and
Yeah, we're literally waiting for you.
oh, we did.
All right. We're gonna go ahead and get going. This is 10 questions on volume. It might ask you like, what are the dimensions you use? It might ask you to find the volume. Take your time, read the questions. We'll review it after, but use this as practice to get better. Don't just click through. The reason we do it isn't just so you can click through and move on. Try the questions, please. Do your best. Here we go.
What the heck am I?
Not to worry about that. We're just worried about our practice.
What's on phone number?